You might be wondering why I'm standing in the middle of a generic brick wall. Nope, I haven't moved into stand-up comedy, but I have come to visit something in Greater Manchester that is seen as a bit of a joke. Shall we find out what it is? In the 1940s, there were plans for a bigger outer ring road than what was actually built in the end. The original plan took the outer ring road down towards the south of Hazel Grove and past what is now Manchester Airport. You may recognise some of this route as today's A555. That's it, you see, old road schemes don't die, they just come back as something else. However, in the 1980s, Stockport was given a motorway through route, and that was instead incorporated into the Manchester Outer Ring Road, which is why the south side of the M60 is a complete shambles traffic-wise. It's functioning as two totally separate things, an outer ring road for Manchester itself and a bypass for Stockport itself, and it was never intended to be both, it was only meant to be one. Interestingly, in the distance, you can just make out the remains of what should have been the A6M. There's still some retaining walls and a couple of bits of a bridge abutment which will probably never carry a road over them. The other thing here is that railway bridge is hideous. I've never been a fan of truss bridges. Yeah, engineering they're the strongest type, but just look at the state of it. It's just not attractive. Now originally the bend was 70 miles per hour. That was later reduced to 50 following a very nasty collision on the outside of the bend when a vehicle broke down and was hit from behind. 3 people were killed in that. There's a memorial to them on this bridge which I'm standing on. That caused a bit of a safety concern. So one carriageway now has average speed cameras and a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit, but the other carriageway is still 70 miles an hour. And this is where the wrong side entry is, and this is what causes people to get worried because they're deposited into the outside lane, probably not doing 70 miles an hour because they haven't correctly matched their speed with traffic. So what's the answer? Well, National Highways want to create a smart motorway through Stockport, which in my mind is completely bonkers because the motorway's already got narrow lanes and very limited space. You're not going to fit extra lanes through there, so it's probably just going to be a variable speed limit, which should have been done 20 years ago. But there is talk of rebuilding Junction 25 to eliminate the wrong side slip road and reprofile the carriageways. Now to me that seems a little bit pointless, it seems a little bit overkill. I'd have just gone with a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit round the bend and changed the way the merge operates, but that's me. These are now artifacts, and along with the unfinished ski ramps up at Junction 24, which I'll cover in a future video, it suggests that, you know, unfinished roads are quite prevalent around this part of the world, and they are. Much of Greater Manchester had a massive road programme that has never happened, and the problem is, building these massive roads has just been the impetus for all the development. So everything's designed around a road network that doesn't exist. And that's why traffic is now so bad in Greater Manchester, and it's why we desperately need to start investing in the tram and train networks to relieve some of this pressure and get the motorways back for strategic use. Probably never going to happen though. I mean, instead we've got yellow buses. Doesn't really seem like progress to me, that. Anyway, to conclude, I don't think this is the scariest motorway junction in Manchester. I have another candidate for that I'll do another time. In the meantime, if you've enjoyed this video, and I apologise for it being late out, I've had a heck of a lot going on in my life at the moment, which I'm not going to go into here. I would really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe for my channel and help me reach that 1,000 target. Once we've done that, we'll continue. I'll see you next time. Bye.